Is it not intriguing how the world has woven a complex web of laws and regulations, each serving distinct purposes, yet interconnected in many ways? Today, we dive into the realm of international law to dissect and understand two of its vital components: international humanitarian law and international human rights law. International humanitarian law, often shortened to IHL, governs the conduct and actions during armed conflicts. It aims to limit the effects of armed conflict, primarily for humanitarian reasons. It seeks to protect persons who are not or no longer participating in hostilities and restricts the means and methods of warfare. IHL is also referred to as the law of war or the law of armed conflict. On the other side of the spectrum, we have international human rights law, or IHRL. This body of law aims to protect the rights of individuals in times of peace, war, and during the transition between the two. It is a set of international rules established by treaties and customary law which are legally binding to states. IHRL includes civil, cultural, economic, political, and social rights. Now let's compare these two laws. While they both aim to protect individuals and uphold dignity, the circumstances under which they operate are different. IHL applies only during armed conflict, whether international or non-international. IHRL, however, applies at all times, in peace, during conflicts, and in the transitional period. Another key difference lies in the rights they protect. IHL focuses on protecting those who are not participating in the conflict, such as civilians, wounded soldiers, and prisoners of war. It also regulates the conduct of hostilities to minimize suffering. IHRL, on the other hand, is broader. It covers economic, social, and cultural rights, as well as civil and political rights. It's also important to note that while IHL binds all parties to an armed conflict, including state and non-state actors, IHRL primarily binds states. Non-state actors are bound by IHRL only in certain circumstances. In essence, the main differences between international humanitarian law and international human rights law lie in the scope of their application and the rights they protect. While IHL applies exclusively during armed conflicts and protects those not participating in the hostilities, IHRL applies at all times and protects a broader range of human rights. Yet, despite their differences, these two bodies of law share a common goal: to protect human rights, to uphold human dignity, and to create a world where respect for the individual is paramount. They are two sides of the same coin, each complementing and reinforcing the other. So the next time you read about a conflict or a human rights issue, you'll know that behind the scenes, international humanitarian law and international human rights law are at work, safeguarding humanity and upholding the principles of justice and equity.